Welcome to Plead the Facts, presented by KI Legal. On today's episode, KI Legal co-founders Michael Iakovou and Andreas Koutsoudakis welcome former NYC Comptroller, General Counsel, and First Deputy Comptroller, and NYCHA General Counsel and Chairman Ricardo Morales as KI Legal's of Counsel.
Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. We're very excited to be here. Today we have a special announcement, yet another one for this amazing 2023. It's already been very eventful. Today we're announcing the newest addition to the firm, Ricardo Morales. Ricardo comes with decades and decades of tremendous experience, more insight and knowledge and expertise to share with our clients. We always talk about issue spotters, and we've always done this, Michael, from the beginning. We took the approach of hiring top down rather than bottom up, and we just continue to do it, and our clients are extremely better off as a result of it, and Ricardo is no excuse. Ricardo, I know him personally for many years. I worked for him when I was a 1L in law school, and he was the general counsel for the New York City Housing Authority, the largest landlord in the city. I learned so much during my time with him. We've maintained the relationship since then, both professionally and personally, from ethics to morals to knowledge, expertise. It's just an amazing honor to have you join the firm, and I couldn't be happier. Great start to February.
Yeah, I am deeply honored to be asked to join the firm. And you're right, it is about ethics, it's about morals, about knowledge base, it's about approaching law from a very practical and centered approach when dealing with clients. So the leveraging not only the enormous knowledge base that the firm has, I'm very impressed with it. This is my 4th or 5th time dealing with the firm, and I'm really impressed with the depth of knowledge, the practicality of the way you approach things, and this is really like a home, as opposed to going to places where you feel a little stuffy, a little too officious, I would say. But I just love the atmosphere. For me, it's a cultural fit in terms of just dealing with both Andreas and with Michael and the rest of the staff, because it's just a really natural flow of conversations and issue spotting. I mean, that's the way I look at it. So it's really, on my end, a real honor, and I'm looking forward to assisting the clients and in any way that my background could help.
I think there'd be a lot.
Yeah, and I think as to further Andreas' point, Ricardo, you bring a plethora, decades of experience in various capacities. What would you say, the past 30 somewhat years has been the majority of your experience? What type of verticals and things of that nature?
Well, the vast majority of my experience has been in kind of real estate development, and in operations, understanding the structure of organizations, whether it's a not-for-profit, government, private, and finding efficiencies. The real estate bit of it is probably the core of my competencies, both in the legal sense and also in operational. I was chairman of the Housing Authority with its 172,000 housing units, and plus the Section 8 was another 90,000 voucher programs, the biggest in the country, as was the New York City Housing Authority. And I started off as a career professional and worked my way up to being the chairman of the Housing Authority. From there, I went to become the general counsel at the New York City Controller's Office, where we took care of financing in areas, and I developed a couple of new programs there, especially the economically targeted investments for real estate in the city of New York. It's a business unit, a bureau that's now, it still exists now. We did it under John Liu when he was the controller, and it really focused our attention on trying to develop real estate with funding from the pensions in the city of New York. From having $146 billion on assets under management at the controller's office, I developed a knack for doing investments and looking at different companies. I did win a national award on leadership for pension reform for the public pensions in dealing with the private equity area, and bringing it in-house instead of constantly going outside and incurring fees, and also limiting the pool of people that could participate with the pensions. And then from there, I managed all the iconic buildings for the city, a little over 37 million square feet of real estate for the city. That's all the courthouses, all the official, city halls, borough halls, and then we leased out somewhat space to private companies, and from private companies we leased out space. So I had a battery of a large staff, about 1,300 of engineers, architects, designers, the trades, etc.
You know your way around city government, state government, to say the least.
Yeah.
We did a lot, because when I was at DCAS, we had to deal with all of the city agencies and to try and get things done. We did accomplish a few things that are unheard of in government. Was that we actually built a court facility 3 months prior to its deadline, and $1 million on the budget.
Wow.
Which is unheard of.
That is unheard of for city government.
Right.
So.
And we also worked with Don Peebles at that time.
Sure.
He was one of the biggest developers in the country. And we had a situation that was a little sticky with him, and we helped him move his project along without actually incurring damages on the part of the city. He was very happy, and we were very happy that we got the things done. But it took really a knowledge of how the city worked, from the buildings department to the Department of Design and Construction, to secure our speedy development and construction of a 40,000 square foot court facility, which in itself is a particular architectural and engineering feat, because of the way the courthouses are structured and their particular needs.
You mentioned, you used the term, I think, battery of experience, totality, whatever synonym you want to use. And I think that's kind of how we've structured our firm from onset to date, just kind of having that total encompassing approach. I think from the real estate end, right, you can go to a law firm, an attorney who understands how to execute transactions, how to negotiate a contract. But when it comes to more nuanced things, like working in or around or through the halls of the city government, understanding tax credits, 421A programs, whatever types of tax abatements that either did exist or will exist in the future, that type of experience from all different angles is, I think, something that is not easily replicated. And I can tell you myself, being a transactional attorney, I'm very happy to have you on board, plethora of knowledge, and I look forward to learning a lot from you as well.
I think on my end, you mentioned issue spotting. What Michael just described is also the problem solving, and it's really important to know where to find solutions and to know that there's something there and the right people are on the team to be able to identify it, right? So you go to lawyers to tell them the problem. You think that's the problem, but there's probably another 10, and maybe the one you went there for is not the problem, but they have other ones. But then the real juice comes in, and that's the problem solving or the solutions. Whether it's litigation or a transaction, you don't know what you don't know, and it's a lawyer's job and the team, the bench behind that law firm, their job to tell you, I have something you haven't even thought of. And what always attracted me is from my days in the law department at the housing authority, and seeing how bids, right, how they were being analyzed, the detail, the analysis that was going into every contractor's bid, all the way through to your creative, outside the box, first of its kind solutions in the different agencies that you've been at, and coming up with funding using pension and this resource and that resource to come up with a new product that benefits all, under budget, faster than the original schedule. that is what our job is, right? Solve the problem and do it as efficiently, effectively, and successfully as possible. Whether it's litigation on the plaintiff side, defense side, buyer, seller in a transaction, joint venture, new development, outside the box brainstorming project. You got to get your juices flowing. You got to love what you do, and you got to know what you're doing and know where to look for the solutions. And I know you bring that to the table, and I'm really excited to have you on board.
One of the things I would tell you that attracted me so much about this firm, I've been a general counsel to two major law departments, and pretty independent of the corporation counsel. We didn't actually report to him. So I knew what it is to pick good teams. Here, there's a good team. I can see the synergy between the partners, the associates, even from the person that actually greets you at the door all the way through. There's an energy that I love, and that means that energy is able to look at things, not for, like I always used to tell my staff, we don't look at problems, we look at challenges. Everybody's up to a challenge. Nobody wants a problem. So when you look at it as a challenge, you're up for it. If I tell you you got a problem, you're like, oh my God, what do I got? I tell you got a challenge right away. The chest is up, and you're ready to go, and that's what I love about
New Yorkers.
No, this is what I love about this firm is that when I have referred a client here, it's right away. I got this, as opposed to, wow, you got a mess here, we'll take care of you. It's like, we're here, we're going to teach you how to not only not do this again, we're going to mitigate your risk, we're going to mitigate any kind of liability that you have on here, and then we're going to set you straight into the future so this won't happen again, and we're going to have a smarter client, a more prepared client, and in the future that will bring us other clients. But the idea is not to milk the client, is to be able to innovate, look at situations from different angles, and provide a product that's of high quality and fast, and not just to spin the wheels and keep on billing people. I didn't see that here, so I was very happy with it, whoever I referred here.
A problem is only a problem if you don't find a solution, right? So we find solutions here. That's what we do, and starting off by not calling it a problem makes it a lot easier. So again, we're really excited to have you, Ricardo. Welcome aboard, and we look forward to it. Excited to see what's to come.
I'm very happy to be here, and I'm really honored to be here. So thank you guys.
We're honored. Thank you.
You.